Hey guys, welcome to Tapping In. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate all you guys. Love you. And what can I what can uh what can I say? Whew.
Been a tough week.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough show tonight.
Well, we
Yeah.
appreciate everybody being here, all your support, and
And
your
I'm here.
patience.
You
Yeah.
know, there's like it was a crazy week. Um, obviously upset. And there's a lot going on in the cosmos, if you would, and and, we're all here, getting ready for the spiritual retreat, and we had been through a lot of things. I'm trying to tell the story so you guys understand. We had been through a lot of things, and for years, it's very tough when people have addiction problems, and it's one of my biggest things I try to do to figure out the demons behind addiction so I can help people. And so for you guys who are addicts, and many times you guys are addicts and you don't even know you're an addict. That's when you're an idiot. When you admit you're an addict and you realize, holy shit, I'm an addict, right? Then you're getting somewhere because you're finding your truth and you're finding your moment and you're finding your space. And there's something healing about finding your truth when you have problems or when you have demons or when you have dark energies that are trying to kill you, which is, by the way, if you're on the planet Earth, that's what's going on. And the brighter your light, the more they try to kill you and hurt you. And so you have to get above it. And so it's always a game to get above the darkness. And so, which means your light gets brighter. And so then you go, well, why would I want to play this process? Well, the other way to go is a real serious problem because you'll end up darkened down and you'll end up in a space of unoneness. And so you don't want to do that. And it's not always easy, like that's what an addict looks like when he wants to smoke. Smoke that cigarette or pot or whatever you got going. And there's a drink, have a drink, have a drink, have another drink, and another drink, but yet one more. And so addiction demons, and they can look different ways and they can do different things to you. And they trick you, and that's what they do. They not only trick you, they trick me. They trick us around to try to to mess us up. And so, but you guys will have to you have to find your core. And you have to realize that if your core is one with God, then you're going to be all right. You're going to get through it. And many times we're back down here. We're working on this project Earth as to turn Earth into a heaven. That's what the whole project here is to turn Earth into a heaven. And when I work with you guys at spiritual retreats and and try to do all the things. Hey Peter, I love you, by the way. And so good to see you. And so and it's like when I work with you guys at spiritual retreats, it's really a thing where I'm trying to get you guys to understand that you can find your piece of heaven. I have an uncanny ability to go super high. I have the gifts to go super high, and even uh, to the heavens that I can get to, are I believe the highest heavens according to God. I'm sure He knows. And some of those heavens I had, the only way I got there was to catch COVID and go in the hospital and die 5 times. And every time I died, I went to a different. There's 5 heavens up in Zion heaven, and I kept going to all these different heavens, and I got all these different gifts, and I suddenly turned into this total freak of nature. And Dean was like, Dean thought I'd lost my damn mind, and then found out that I was sane, which made him think he'd lost his, and of course I rubbed it in, and but it was very interesting. So then my biggest goal was it felt so good to be in these high heavens. So it felt so good to be connected and to be up in these high heavens, Zion heaven. And then I wasn't aware of it at the time where I was, but I was in what's called your heaven dimension, which is your where you are, your home, your world, your house, your job, your life, your friends, your family, what's close to you, what means things to you, whatever your thing is. And that's your heaven. And so as you bring the vibration and you get the keys to the your heaven dimension, which is what I'm teaching at this spiritual retreat coming up on June, where are we, Michelle, 4th, right? Is that it?
Yes,
And so,
yes.
and so, and
Yes,
so,
4th of
so it
December.
makes, yeah, and call Michelle if you guys are watching and you want to, come to the retreat. And I think you should if you plan to live on the planet Earth for a little while. Because this is where I'm going to work with you guys and teach you guys how to see your heaven dimension. This dimension is the trickiest dimension so far. I've been able to see all these dimensions, go through all these things, die 5 times, go through hell to get to heaven, so to speak, which is what you guys are going through. And most of you guys are hung in the next to hell, next to heaven dimensions. Next to hell, next to heaven. Your life would go that way. You'd be next to hell, catching hell, and then you'd be in heaven for a minute. And you could feel this kind of something, let's just call it. And God told me to talk to you guys about this tonight. This is our topic. Joy. Joy. The sense of joy. Joy. Find it. Get it. Eat it, smell it, feel it, be joy, be joy. And what's the rules in the sense of joy? There's not any. There's no rules. There's no rules. What would you do? Anything. Some people are vessels of joy. Dean, I'm sure you would agree.
Yeah, well, I know where you're going with this, but yes, some
But
people, yeah.
Michelle, you're a vessel of joy.
Thank you, Gary. That's because I love you all. You guys make it
You
so
love
easy for me. Everyone
you-
does.
yeah, but you love everybody. You love everybody. Yeah,
Yeah,
and so you're like this crazy love bug. You're this vessel of joy, and the only thing you're trying to do is bring joy. And then your other motivation is to bring some more joy.
it's
And
true.
then your
Love
other
and joy.
motivation, and you do it so well, it's like this crazy system, and you're this busy, crazy, insane person that brings joy. And so many times I want to kill you because you're busy bringing joy instead of doing something I needed you to do, or so, some crazy BS that I haven't had in my head. And so, but you bring joy. You bring joy. You got 750,000 family members, and you have all their birthdays and all their moments and what they're doing and their anniversaries or whatever they're going through, and
They're
you
all
know all
here
their.
too.
Oh, they are. Oh my God. Okay, and they know all their drama,
Mhm.
and they know all all they don't know all their drama. You know all their drama. You know all their drama. You know all their traumas. You know how whatever. And the only thing you're trying to do is help them get through it, hold their hand, and bring them joy.
That is true. Absolutely true. Anyone that's in my
What's
life, anyone that's close to me, any one of you, if you guys needed me, I'm there for you. Whatever you
and that's
need.
all you care about, though.
Yeah.
That's it. Period. Okay, so how are you? How? What's that like? Do you get your butt kicked for being that person?
I do. Oh, I do. But you know what? I just brush it off, because I'm like, it's no big deal. There's so many people to love. There's just so much good. To me, I always look at the good instead of the bad. When there's bad, I just figure that's temporary. Maybe that's a blessing in disguise. I always try to think positive. And then if I'm like in a I would say like this situation with having a loved one like Travis, you know, I think I try to think of just nothing but good and happiness. So that way it doesn't get you down. It doesn't stop you from loving, having joy, spreading
And
joy.
and I would say your methodology does not get them down.
Yeah.
You don't beat them up. You know, and so we all know, and most people do. I don't know if you do. Some of you newbies coming into the show. Anyway, Travis was one of our family members, and he died, and he was 42. He still looked like 32. I can't imagine with all the hell he put himself through. And he was a very serious alcoholic, and the most serious. He was a hereditary alcoholic. Life expectancy for a hereditary alcoholic. That means you have a father, a grandmother, a grandfather, somebody, a bunch of them that would be also drinkers. And their life expectancy is 32 to 38. Well, he lived to 42. Whew. But he was like you, Michelle, but couldn't perform as well in the later years because the addiction got him more strong and strong, and with everything even I could do, and I can do miracles. I know I can because I do. And so even with all the miracles I could do and all the stuff I could do, it just, he was a challenge to make me dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper, dig deeper. Find out what other treatment center could we put him in? What else could we do? What other therapy? What kind of thing?
You
You
did
know?
so much. So much.
Yeah, tasers didn't work. I'm joking, but it was like that we would have joking him. That didn't work, a little bit, but not, you know. And so all these, nothing worked, nothing would really work long term. And, anyway, and so anyway, he went to a treatment. His biggest thing was he went through treatment recently, because in the beginning of the treatment, he found out his mother had cancer. He lost his father 2 years ago to cancer. He was not there for him, which destroyed him because he wasn't able to be there for his dad because he was drunk. And so he had went through a lot. And Dean and I held his hand, Michelle, every one of us, Judy, all the way through. A lot of people, a lot of you guys, Terry Mahoney, thank you. And so, but we were there and did everything we could do, and with all the effort, and you can't he had more support than anybody could ever imagine, and it was still like we would dig deep, and he'd dig deeper, and but anyway, he wanted to go, he begged and everything to go to this treatment in Mexico, which was a miracle kind of a treatment that people go to and then they actually quit drinking. And they lose their post-traumatic stress syndrome. And it's it's called a BOGA or that type of thing. I think that's the word. And you guys, recently even Trump okayed the research for this because there was the governor of Texas had a head injury. I mean, it's in the news, anyway, this thing. Anyway, so Travis went to that. Of course he did. And so the latest, the greatest, and the best that he could possibly go to get fixed, we were all about it. And so, and it worked. It was the craziest transformation I ever seen. It was the most amazing thing. And so, um, and it's uh, um, this bizarre thing that actually got rid of this super deep spiritual connection that I believe creates addiction. And I've been able to dig as deep as I can dig, and I've been able to help a lot of people with their addiction. Um, and I've been able to dig as deep as I could dig, and some people I can't reach yet. It feels like this to me. I'm reaching like this, I'm reaching, but I'm not. I'm not there. And sometimes I'm there, and sometimes I'm not there. And so, but it's like, but I've always tried to get deep enough to nail it, you know. And so, because many times with clearing people's energy and getting rid of the demons, you guys get miraculously better. I would say stage 4 cancer is much easier to heal than addiction. Wow. I've seen a lot of stage 4 cancers miraculously disappear. Travis's mother, for instance, she miraculously got better. And it was with everything everybody did, and me, him, uh, you know, the doctors. And so she came out of that really good because Travis helped her every day go to her treatments and do everything. And so, and he would fix her dinners and take care of her. Because Michelle, he's like you. He is one of those people who would bring joy when he was able to do it.
And he
If he,
did it
yeah,
well.
and he, yeah, and so it was this crazy energy, but there was something that was very, very, very deep that he could not shake, and he could not, to get around it. And so, um, he went to this treatment. There was supposed to be the magic bullet for all this. And he came back after this treatment. It was about a 10 or 12-day treatment, I think. And this facility was incredible. The treatment was incredible. They do lots of yoga. They're on the beach. They do this, they do that, and then they do this iboga thing, which is not legal in America yet, but legal there. But I think it'll be probably before too long. And he came back, and he was totally normal, amazing, wasn't he, Dean? It was crazy.
He was like the old Travis that, because
Yeah,
know, time flies, but Travis has been with us for 20 years now. He was 22 years old when he started working with you, and he's 42. So 20 years ago, but he just had a magical light about him, and people were just drawn to him. And but he had that light back for the last few days that I hadn't seen in years because of his addiction.
yeah, and it was incredible,
Mm-hmm.
and it actually blew my mind. I'm talking to you guys, and I hadn't even really talked to anybody about this, and so it was the most amazing thing. I went, oh my God, and he was like, oh my God. He says, I have no desire to drink. I don't even think about it. I don't feel any urges. I don't feel any cravings. I feel absolutely nothing. And I realize how dumb that is. And he says, but I don't feel guilty. I feel nothing. I feel, but he said the only thing I want to do, and he would give me a list of things he wanted to do for Dean, and a list of things he wanted to do for all the people around, Ruben and Michelle and Judy and myself. And he was, just trying to get in the space to do that. And anyway, he gets here Monday night, and I cleared a chunk of darkness off of him that this Iboga thing had sort of rattled loose. It was kind of wild, guys, for me, because I'm seeing into territory I have never seen before. And so I cleared these demons off that were bigger and badder than anything I had seen. And this is the thing that grips addicts and could grip you and may be gripping you, and you may not be aware. And so as I would reach, and as I reached, and I cleared this darkness off, you know, uh, I saw him even get brighter and brighter. And he got so bright, Dean, wasn't it crazy? He would walk into the room, and your face would get fiery hot, your body would catch on fire, and you felt this light, like he's like this light bulb or something.
It was just like that because I was like, "Oh my God, you got so much, he had so much healing energy and so much
And
light
heat,
coming
the
in."
heat coming
Yeah,
off of him was just, I mean, he would be across the room, but if he walked into the room, you would really catch on fire. I mean, guys, that's really what it was. And I'm like, wow. And I would see him so connected to heaven. It was really amazing to see this. And I thought, I have never seen this show before. The only time I've ever seen anybody get anybody that hot was myself. And so when I'd be getting new gifts, and it would be like that sometimes, Dean, when I'd walk around a little bit, but I'd never seen anybody else do that. That was the first time I'd seen that thing, and it was consistent, right, every
It
time.
was all day long. I felt it. Ruben felt it. Everybody that was here at the house felt it. He was just different. So
It was a different
it was a
space,
different Travis. Yes.
and it was crazy. I saw tons of angels. God was all about it, and so we had this going. And he was a little bit needy, and so he was like, um so we had lots of deep conversations, but he was talking about, he said, I feel like if you wouldn't have helped me with this retreat thing, and this that I went to, I feel like I wouldn't have made it. And I go, what do you mean you wouldn't have made it? He says, no, I was gonna, I know I felt I was gonna die. I said, oh, okay. I said, well, that's wild, because a week ago I felt like you were too. I said, I got a vision that you could die. And so I was like, how can we help? What can we possibly do to help you not die? Because I don't know how many of you guys have ever been around an addict before, and how many of you guys are addicts, but you always are really flirting with death every minute. You really are when you're an addict. You think about killing yourself. You think about, killing other folks sometimes, which seems like a good idea. And, or you think, or you're just putting yourself in harm's way always with whatever substance of the moment you got. And you can't do a damn thing about it many times, because it's such a lock on you. And so, and one of my goals has been, as long as, Travis has been with me for 20 years, and been with us for 20 years. And I always was, how can I crack the code, so to speak? And so anyway, and to see this code cracked, and to see him turn into this whole different, the like Dean would say, call it the old Travis, if you would, was really quite amazing to see the process. And so anyway, so Wednesday night we watched a movie. He and I and Ruben watched a movie that he picked. It was a funny movie, because he knows I like funny movies, and so I think we ordered. Dino. We had Chinese food,
Yep.
and from his favorite place, and just nothing really, other than just really good, nice energy. And he went to bed, and in his room he sleeps in here at the house, and the next morning I got up, and he hadn't got up yet after a while, and usually gets up early, and it was about 9 o'clock, and so I went into his room to check on him, and I found him dead. And so, and he was still warm, but he wasn't breathing. And so, um, it was kind of foaming at the mouth, if you would. So it looks like he may have had a seizure, and it was pretty traumatizing. And I just cleared his mouth out. I screamed for Ruben's help, and uh, Ruben came and helped me, because he was close by. And then Dean shows up just a little later, and I said, call 911. Travis is dead right now. And so then I started giving him mouth to mouth, and you could hear him gurgling in his chest. That means his lungs had already filled up. And so we then got him off the bed, and Ruben started trying to resuscitate, by just pumping his chest, like the dispatcher was giving us advice on how to do everything. You guys should learn how to do CPR. And so as we went through this hellish experience, um, the paramedics show up, and and I'm living in this little town here in North Carolina, and the retreat center is pretty incredible. It's an old Victorian, excuse me, an old colonial estate that belonged to a textile mogul. So it's, it's pretty much everybody knows this is where we are and what we do, and so if you call 911 and you're from this address, you got 40 cars that show up. So you've got, you know, 14 ambulances, 23 police cars. You know what I mean? It looks like, something's going on. So Dean is trying to figure out how to help everything. And the paramedics are trying to revive Travis too for about an hour. And anyway, they weren't able to, and he died. And so, we're at a, you know, devastation space. Like, what do you do? He did everything he could do, and he finally reaches this beautiful place where he's actually happy and not feeling the addictions that are so crippling for him. And I know I'm probably bumming you out on the show today. I wish you guys, but I'll get to your stuff in a minute. But I think this is really a big picture importance to you, and so it's really important to understand the antidotal cure for all this mess. And so, but he was brighter than I ever seen him. Like I said, he would walk into the room and everybody in the room would get physically hot, like on fire. And so it was like really crazy seeing that kind of light come through. Well, I didn't really realize that what was going on. And so it means, I don't know everything, guys. I really don't. How do I know as much as I know? I have a lot of life experiences that drag me through stuff, and I figure out what it was. And then I go on and I realize, okay, well, I'm going to keep this in my arsenal and I'll use this gift next time, or whatever. So anyway, I think the angels were gathering and God was gathering all the lights because they saw this as an opportunity to get this super bright light person into a different space that he needed to get to. And I seen him go up a staircase. It looks just like that one. Crazy. Almost looks cartoonish. So he went up this big, bright staircase and he made it all the way to Zion heaven. And so now I see him in Zion heaven and I see him here in the house, and he's just giving gifts and he's going, here, I can help, I can help, I can help. And so, which is crazy to see this going on. Because then you feel like, okay, here we are. But anyway, so that's really, really happening. And so I got all these spiritual gifts from him in the last 2 or 3 days. And he's in Zion heaven. He's trying to explain Zion heaven even better to me, which is great. And the cool thing is, believe it or not, he's trying to explain us about us to God. And he's actually, he kind of gets the pieces of the puzzles and stuff. That's the reason he's a video editor. And he's explaining to God what it's like to be down here on the planet Earth and to be truly spiritual and to be in the space of wanting to be closer to God, closer to heaven, closer to your truth, your true I am, which you got to be. And so he's explaining all this to God, and then he's even telling me messages to bring back to you guys and explain what I'm seeing. I think anytime I figure out something, or even like now, I'm struggling to be in the space to even do a show. And I think there's something for you to get out of this. And I think it's important for you to, because you got to make it applicable to your heaven on earth dimension, your heaven. Now's a time where heaven is coming to your front door. It's coming to your house, to your living room, to your bedroom, to your bathroom, to your porch. And so this is what heaven's doing. And as heaven comes to you, as heaven shows up with you guys, you're going to be able to do stuff you couldn't do yesterday. And you're going to feel a light inside of you that you didn't have before. And you're going to have this so much light that you'll be like Travis when you walk into a room, the thing will light up, and so will everybody else in the room. Well, the reason everybody else is lighting up is because they're all healing up. That's what healing energy does. It makes you hot. You feel warm. You always talk, I'm talking to you guys always. You feel warm. You can see on the screens. You see everybody starting to sweat every time I talk to them. They get a spiritual gift or two. And so, but as Travis went through this transformation, I didn't understand what was going on until it was over. And then I was able to look back and start to figure it out. And so I don't have it all figured out yet, but I think it's really important that you guys recognize light inside of people. And there's some inside of every one of you guys. No matter what people in your world has taught you that you're a bad guy or you're this or you're negative or you're something wrong with you or you're not good enough or whatever those things are. Say the words out loud right now. I'm enough. Say it. I'm enough. I am enough because you are. I am, and say I am. I am. That'll bring you to your true I am consciousness and your true I am being. See, your feet got warm. I could feel it. And so I see you getting lighter. And so there's these little tricks to the trade to actually get to where, and I see, Tammy Martinez, look at you. You got a great t-shirt that says you are enough. I love it. And so, because this is so important, these little bitty tricks. But I got a few tricks tonight and a few gifts. Some of them came from God. Some of them came from Travis talking to me about God. So now, now we have a best friend and a family member that is like hanging out in heaven and also hanging out sometimes in the living room talking to me about, stuff. And so, which is just weird. Uh, but I think we're going through, this is important for you guys to know. So all the religions on the planet believe the Lord's a coming, right? That's right. Jesus is coming back to hang out with us. God's coming back. That's right. Going to be right here. Well, what does that mean? How's he going to do it? Does he ride a balloon? Does he, I don't know, land in a jet? What does he do? Does he have a nice helicopter, spaceship? I don't know. So, or does he just simply show up and you can feel him because you get fiery hot. You can see him because you can suddenly get the focus of being able to have your spiritual eyes. You can hear his voice as he tells you what to do. Well, let me tell you, it's all those things. It's those things. So here I'm tapping in, and that's what I'm showing you guys. I'm teaching you guys as I learned. It's not like I know everything. I'm not telling you I know everything. I'm telling you I do not know everything. I'm telling you, though, that I learn every day. Sometimes it's not easy being Michelle, girl, as you were saying. Unmute yourself so I can talk to you. And so, but it's not easy being you because you're this person that only thing you care about is bringing joy. So most people would say, and sometimes when Dean's frustrated with you, he's like, something's wrong with her,
It's
right?
hard for us to stay mad at each other.
Yeah, but because you would be afraid you didn't bring him joy that moment or something, frankly, if I was you, I'd kill him. And so, but it's right. But it's like, but you go through things and you guys got to realize sometimes when you're bringing joy to everybody else, you're going through a little something yourself. And I think that sometimes people who bring all that joy, like you, Michelle, people aren't bringing you enough joy. And so, but as I saw Travis, evolve through the years as he worked with us, he edited so much video that it's like, I mean, we did hundreds and hundreds of video things and different things and projects and TV projects and you know, and we were working with major Hollywood people, and we were working with all the different major production companies in Hollywood and the major networks, and they would go, "Who edited this?" And you know, meek little Travis would say, "I did," and they would be like, "Who taught you? Where have you worked?" And he would say, "Then I taught myself." And so sometimes people are just naturally superstars at something they do. Michelle, you are certainly. Dean is in his own right with what he does. A lot of us here, Judy, you're a freak. You know, to know Adriana, you guys are great. Brian's amazing. And so we, we're just lucky to be who we are and have a talent and have an ability. You know, and so then, but there's no way we all have all the pieces. We don't. We do not have all the pieces. That's what oneness is. And Michelle, you sense that with your family. And you have a beautiful family. I've been very lucky to know. You know, all of you guys are just amazing. Storm was amazing, and different. You got so many, different um, nephews and nieces. I mean, it's pretty wild to see this crowd, and
Yeah.
all of you guys are ugly like you, and you have the most beautiful family.
Aren't we?
How do you guys have such a beautiful family? How are you so pretty? It's like the pretty, you could get the award for the prettiest family in the world. And so, because your mom and dad are beautiful and your dad's like, great looking. Your mom's great looking, and so, but you guys are great people, and you do have an amazing oneness energy. And so ever how that works, it does. And everybody brings a piece of the puzzle, to the table. And I just think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful of who you are. And we never talk about you a lot of who you are. And I think we don't do that enough. And I think we don't acknowledge that thing that if you don't have a you in the crowd that brings a sense of joy to the party, um, I think the party sucks, and so and with Travis, he was always this person who brought all the crazy little joy to the party. He would do something stupid or something amazing, but he would bring so much joy in. So anyway, we have a short little video that we put together, guys, and I don't know if I can even watch it, but but
We'll share.
we'll take a look at this, okay? So you guys take a look. This is a video we put together of showing Travis through the years, and and so I think you'll get a sense of what he did and who he is.
You ready for
Okay?
this, Gary?
Yeah, you can start it. That's cool.
Did it stop?
I think.
Sorry.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Damn, who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling strong. And what's small turn to a friendship turn to a bond. And that bond will never be broken, the love will never get lost. And when brotherhood comes first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn. And that line is what we reach, so remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you
So there we go.
That's a little tough.
So let me go to Terry Mahoney.
Go ahead and unmute, Terry.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Terry.
Hi, everyone. First of all, I'm
Good.
so sorry, Gary, Michelle, Dean, Judy, everyone, myself included, for this loss. And I also want to say thank you for not letting this death be in vain and showing up and sharing who he is to us. And the most important message that I've gotten out of this is, you know, what happens when you clear the darkness away from us, when you unveil what's truly underneath each and every one of us, is love and light.
Always.
And Travis was exposed to so much good, bad, and ugly. The disease of alcoholism and addiction does not allow for the truth. It demands that you not see the truth, that you not see you're worthy enough, that you not see you're good enough, that you not see you're a part of. It demands that you don't believe any of that to be true, because that's the only way the disease can live and allow you to continue to maintain the drugs, the alcohol, the degradation, it just doesn't let you see the truth of your own light, of your own being, of your own worth, of your own power. And I was lucky enough at the end. I've known Travis on and off for 20 years. And at the end, I had a chance to sit and talk with him and share with him what you got to see in the last few days. I've seen that 1,000 times. Where
I haven't been so lucky to see that. But when I
It's
saw
amazing.
that It's amazing. I could not
Yes.
believe what I saw. I couldn't believe my
And
eyes.
that's
Yeah.
what's underneath every addict and alcoholic is that love, that life, that power. And thank you for not letting his death be in vain. It would have been really easy to not show up today and justified and understood. I'm so glad that we spoke the truth.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think in many different ways, Terry. I think whether you're an addict or whether you know you are or you're not, whatever you're, everybody's addicted to something. I think, and
Yep.
everybody has traumas and everybody has dramas, and there's reasons why we act the way we do. There's reasons why we do the things we do, and we all have great parts. We all have bad parts, and we're just trying to get the good parts back and accomplish that so we don't have bad parts. And so I think Travis got back all of his good parts. I never seen anything like the way he acted for those 2 or 3 days there. And
Because
then,
he went so far down, but he had all that in him. So he got to
yeah,
go that high up. What
yeah.
goes down that low goes up that high.
Well, when he went that high, he actually went all the way to where God is. And it was crazy because I talked to God and I said, God, what's the, what, you know how when God something happens it's not cool in your life, most people I think they go, God, what are you doing to me? Right? Or a lot of times we do that. And so I'm like, I wasn't like to that because I always know God's got a plan and I always trust everything he does, no matter what it is. But I'm like, God, let me in on the joke. What's the joke here? Well, he finally got it. I could tell he got it. And he just left. And he says, no, look where he is. And he was with him. And I'm like, oh, he goes, we got things to do.
I think it's going to be interesting.
I think it's going to be interesting because I think there's a meshing of heaven and earth going on these days, guys, where these dimensions are opening up. They're changing so fast. I can barely tell you guys about them fast enough. And so, but it's really amazing what I'm seeing with people getting their true heavens. And it's amazing what I'm seeing as people get beat to death out of their hells. And so we got to clear through these dimensions and get to where we're going. And you got to get through these traumas. So of course I was traumatized all to hell with this thing that happened this week. It was absolutely horrifying. And but I'm pretty tough in spite of what it seems like sometimes. I'm pretty tough. And so I was like, so how do you get through? So they told me tonight to talk about the traumas. So how do you get through your traumas? So, and this is the payoff of this. And I want you guys to get some of these big spiritual gifts that are coming down. They'll come down right now. And the big spiritual gifts are you have to realize that the keys to the kingdom is joy. Joy, what Michelle naturally has. Something's wrong with her, but she just brings joy, right? And so, and Terry, you're sort of that same, excuse me, idiot. Okay. You
Yeah.
know,
I have a
or
little rougher edge to me, though.
yeah, but you're sort of the same slash idiot genius. So, and Michelle's sort of the same kind of idiot genius. And I try to be more that idiot genius. I think that if there's anything I'm trying to be, is trying to be this person that brings joy. And I think we all are. Judy does it. Judy just brings joy. She goes way out of her way and drives herself totally crazy, to just bring joy in. Certainly does always to every retreat and everything going on. And we all do. And so I'm so lucky to be surrounded by you guys that do this thing. And so for you guys that are watching the show and you're not getting it, it's important. Bring this joy. Joy's a thing. And so this is a gift. And you can ask God for There's two different types of ways to get to the joy. You can get to it because you get to a clear place. Usually, you get to a clear place when you die. You go to heaven, 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 heaven. One of the higher places, higher heavens. Travis got to go to Zion heaven, and the vision that I always got with him, and I told him I would get all these amazing gifts and all these things, and I go, buddy, all you got to do is ask for this gift and do this and do that. I could never get him in those higher spaces. I said, you're the guy, and God would show me the vision. His face was pressed up against the window, looking in at everybody else having the party. But he could not get in the energy field. He was the guy that was at the gate of the heavens, but could not quite get in. And the reason was he was missing higher selves and parts and pieces. And these pieces had to come back to him. And that's why he was here on the planet Earth, to get back these missing pieces so he could go into these higher heavens. Well, what a roundabout. But he made it to Zion heaven. And so I was like, wow, look at that. Finally. And you understand, I spent 20 years, didn't I, Dean, trying to get him there.
Yep.
Screaming, begging, barring, punching, yelling, whatever it took, to be wake up, wake up, wake up, And so Terry, and you did him a lot of good every time you talked to him, by the way. Thank you for that. You did. You did. And you went out of your way to bring him joy. And you did. And because he he got to where he could hardly feel anymore. And he was like, I feel her. She's amazing. I go, yeah, she's amazing. He goes, she healed me on some level. I don't know what it is. I go, yeah, she's got that way. She's got that way. And some of us do have that way. But the reason we have that way is because I figured it out. We have the sense of joy. And Terry, you have a beautiful sense of joy. And you bring joy to people. And you just do it because something's wrong with
you. That's okay.
Yeah.
I've always known that.
Yeah, but you do, and Michelle does, and you do it, and I do my best too. At every spiritual retreat, I just try to make people happy. I try to bring the sense of joy to them, and so I'm a good actor, so you'll never know if I'm in pain or my leg's falling off or I'm dying of COVID or whatever the hell's going on. You'll never know it. I'll stumble beyond the door, shut the door behind me, and sit there and think, "Oh God, I'm going to die," and then I'll go back on stage and I'll do whatever. And so, you guys that came to the spiritual retreat in Ojai, that was an amazing retreat, right? It was this great retreat.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was an
Boats were
amazing
there,
retreat.
everything.
It was so cool. I had a bus parked outside, and I'd go right straight from the stage to the bus, and I was absolutely dying, and nobody knew it. And so, but it was like this whole COVID thing beat me up, long-term COVID, and and I had every kind of thing in the world going on to where I thought, I don't know if I'm going to make it, and so, but I did, and I did, and here we are, and the only thing I want to do is live and share my joy. And I want to work on you guys and get you to share your joy and get you back any pieces that are missing. God's giving you two gifts right now, Terry. He's giving you, I don't even know what they are, but I see them coming to you. One's a big ball of, it's a golden world. Okay. I only got this gift. I only got this gift. You see it? Can you see it? There's a big ball of gold. See it? Okay.
Yep.
Now let's allow that to come into your body. And all you guys should piggyback on this gift coming to Terry. And so there we go. And now it went into your body. And some of you guys that didn't get it, the reason is because you didn't have the energy of joy. Well, you can get your child spirit back and you get a sense of joy, or you can get this joy that I'm going to call it the Travis joy, because I don't have another name for it. But he found joy finally, and I got to experience 2 or 3 days with him where he had actually cracked off all the darkness. I had cracked off I saw the remnants left. And this came from 14 lifetimes ago. So this even goes into previous lifetime things where we're down here, and whether you believe in previous lifetimes or not, that's up to you. I don't care. But however, I've never been a spiritual person that talked about previous lifetimes because I'm like, well, how can you prove it? I want to do something where I go, bam, there's the evidence. Do it. Yeah. And that made me a popular, famous psychic. Well, it's different these days. I'm not trying to be a psychic anymore at all. I'm really just trying to explain to you the spiritual gifts and how they work. And so you do have previous lives and you do have traumas from those times. And the thing about it is you want to get rid of a trauma. When you get a trauma, you want to get rid of that trauma just as damn quick as you can. And so when I had this trauma this week of seeing Travis carried out in a body bag, I was like, I'm traumatized. I thought, wow, I'm just not going to be okay. And then I thought about it. And then I realized, God, fix me, fix me. And so he brought me these spiritual gifts. So we're going to call it the gift of Travis Joy. So you got this golden ball of, that's the golden earth you just got. That'll bring you gold. It'll bring you luck. When I look at your skin right now, I see it shining in gold. Right. And this is a gift that Travis had when he walked in the door from this treatment in Mexico that he went through. And he had lost whatever. And I looked at him and I told Ruben, I said, look at that. I said, he's glowing gold. And I see you, Terry, starting to sweat just a little bit. And so, but that's that gold ball of light. So you guys want to ask God, please give me this gift of the golden earth. So it's the gift of the golden earth. That means that the earth itself will perform for you and bring you gold, will bring you abundance and bring you luck and light and love. And
Yeah.
it will hook you up. And so and that's and what else is there? That's what you get,
Thank you,
right?
Travis.
Yeah. And all you got to do is do it. It looks like that. And the only thing you got to do is just realize it looks just like that. So imagine that ball of light again coming down. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. And then you got to be worthy. So you can tell yourself you're worthy. And you want to get the Travis gift of joy because he finally found his joy. And so in this gift of joy, see, you feel warm in your chest. Feel that? That's crazy. And so today, I finally got this Travis gift of joy. This is a gift I got this morning from God, and I got this gift of joy. And then I was like, I know he's dead. Damn it, that sucks. Um, and I'm okay. I'm okay with this because I see this light that is bigger than ever, more than ever. I see the connection between earth and heaven better, more exaggerated, and I'll figure it out as we go. But this is pretty amazing. So get that gift. Just say, God, give me the Travis sense of joy, please. Give me the Travis.
A sense of joy gift. Thank
There
you,
you go.
God.
And
God, thank
so,
you.
and Terry, you can see spiritually. You saw Travis just slip into your heart. See there, and now
I
you
see
feel.
I see boopers saying it took you long enough.
Okay, there you go. That's so funny, right? Because when
Yeah.
he was when I saw him in Zion Heaven, he
Uh-huh.
had he was with
Boopers.
he was Boopers with Boopers, his dog,
Yeah.
right?
And I
And
see
so
this little pendant on boopers. I don't know what color it is. I want to say purple, but yeah, it's weird.
that's really crazy because he just got a purple. He went through this process, this thing in Mexico, and he had a purple rosary that he
Mm.
said this is, and it was an antique old one, and somebody give it to him, and he said this is special. And so, anyway, there. That's crazy. Yep, you're seeing exactly what it is. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And so, there we go.
That's I was
That's
talking
boobers.
I was talking to Liz.
There's boobers.
Oh, I didn't even see that. My eyes aren't good right now.
Well, she blended in.
Yeah, with the table.
She's about as big as a minute. Anyway, she lived to be up to 15 or so, I think, and uh, so, but she saved his life many times. Don't you think, Dean? I think Booper saved his life,
I think so.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, many times. Yeah, sometimes you can get a lot of light out of a little dog. You know, that's pretty crazy. Terry, how do I say I love you a lot?
Mm, Mucho, mucho, I don't know. Mucho. I love you a lot. Yeah.
Well,
Thank
well,
you.
I love you a lot. I love
Thank
you a
you.
lot.
Thank you for being you, Gary.
No, thank you for being you, Terry. You're great. Come get here sooner than later. All right. Anyway, yeah,
All right. Thank
that'd
you.
be that'd be good. Thank you. I love you, honey.
We love you,
Appreciate you.
Terry. We'll
Yeah,
see you at the
stay.
retreat.
Yeah, stay you. I'll see you at the retreat. Stay you in the movie. You know, be you. I think that's important. Let me talk to Liz Evans real quick.
Liz Evans.
Liz, what you up to,
Hello,
girl?
Liz.
I am coming back from dinner and
Uh,
listening to you, of course.
oh, well, you're a sweetie. You're a sweetie. You're looking great. And so, good to
I'm
see
so,
you. I saw you get the gift of Travis Joy right then. It went into you, and you're catching on fire, right?
I am so hot. I am so red right now. Yes,
You can feel it. Isn't that crazy? You're right.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's that crazy heat thing that Dean and I went through in Reuben for a week. We're like, I mean, for like 3 days, we were like, wow. And ever since then, it just comes like that.
Yeah.
And so you got the true gift of Travis Joy, and I see the golden ball, which is the golden earth, and that'll bring you lots and lots of luck. And then you got a bunch of golden roads that came to you. You guys, this is a very big deal. All of your manifestations will come true. All you got to do is ask for a golden road. And this is a golden, there you go. See, Liz, you felt your feet get really warm and tingly. See? You can feel. Oh, I lost you. I don't know if you're muted. There we are. Anyway,
No.
what was it?
I'm still here.
Oh, good.
Can you
Anyway,
hear
so
me?
yeah, I can hear you. So there you go. So I just want to say I love you and thank you.
Oh, I love you too, honey. You let me know if you need anything at all. Any of you, Dean, Michelle, Judy, any of y'all.
Oh,
Let me
thank
know.
Oh,
you.
you're
I'm
getting
willing to.
really hot. I see you starting to really
Love
sweat.
you,
That's
Liz.
crazy, right?
I am drenched. Thank you, Travis. I'm going to go home and, change my clothes.
That's crazy. But see how hot you got? That's crazy hot, right? Anyway, we made it crazy hot. Look at that, guys. Is that crazy?
Yep.
That's what we're talking about. You guys thought we were joking about how hot we got with the gifts coming through him. Well, this was the freaky way our week went. Wasn't it, Dean? It was nutty, right?
The
It
week
just
was
happened.
crazy to say the least.
To say the least. And we can see it on Liz's face. That's crazy. Anyway, I love you, girl. Wow. Was that freaky? That was freaky to see that.
Yes.
Okay, guys, you guys, I'm always about, you know, proving to skeptics, look, dumbass, something happened. And of course, in my head, I'm thinking, dumbass, something. But I don't know. I'm a skeptic. If I don't see something, then I don't believe it either. And so I got to really see it. So I'm seeing all these things now, guys, that are really amazing going on. Do not be asleep. Do not stay spiritually asleep because it's not gonna serve you well. So okay, there's the big Travis sense of joy and the Travis joy. And then when you get that gift, uh, um, you go back and you think of, okay, where did I lose my joy? Well, where you lost your joy was you had a trauma, like me finding Travis dead Thursday morning, right? And you lose your joy. You're like, ah, that hurts. And me trying to give him mouth to mouth to breathe air into him so he will breathe again. And he don't. You know, Reuben pounding on his chest, trying to get his heart to beat again. and it don't. The paramedics coming in and trying to rescue him and save his life don't work. That's a trauma. Seeing him being carried out in a body bag. I didn't even know what a body bag looked like. Now I do. That's a trauma. Tough. And especially as soon as he got to where he got to this blissful place where he got it. And you saw Liz, she got the true gift of Travis joy. And when she got that gift, you could see her. She started to sweat and catch on fire. That was freaky, right, Michelle? What'd you think? You unmute. You could
Yes,
see that was crazy, right? You
yes.
know, and so you guys. I mean, I don't know what convincing it takes for you. So you guys ask for these gifts. Tell yourself you're worthy. Let yourself know you are. Every time you get a chance to create joy in another person's life, you do it. And then I heard, no, get the hell out of your way. Do it every time. Every time you get the chance to do anything where you can bring joy into another person's life and into your life, do it. But another person's life, be Michelle. Something's wrong with her, but she brings all this joy wherever she goes. And Travis was the same person. He just couldn't always bring joy because he had this horrible addiction thing of alcohol. And then when he finally shook it, he's like, I'm out of here. Wow. And I'm very privy that I can see this beautiful light, and I can see him in Zion heaven with God. And I see him bringing a lot of blessings down, a lot of spiritual gifts. I'm learning more. I can't believe I'm learning from him, but I am. And so you got to go back and you got to think, where did I lose my joy? So now you want to get rid of those traumas. And that's the key. How do you get rid of the traumas? Well, like I had all these traumas last week. It was a traumatizing time, traumatizing week, you know. And I just had my friends, Suzanne Walscock, she lost a child. Horrible, same kind of thing, almost. And but it was really maybe even rougher for her and her husband Mark and I love them and they're my friends. Suzanne's always on the shows and at the retreats and so I could not even wrap my head around the pain or the trauma. And but you can always try to bring a little joy to people's lives, whether it makes sense or not. You just do it and you realize, hey, we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. And many times the addicts are the brightest lights. They truly are. Many times they are the most amazing beings. And they're such an amazing beings, such an amazing spiritual being that the demons really beat them up. They have their way with them and they play games with everybody around them and everybody around them is yelling at them and going, why did you do this? And why did you do that? And and it makes them feel like they're the bad guy and they're not worthy of anything and they're not worthy of love and they're not worthy of nothing. But they're actually worthy of everything and then some, because just being around them, like you saw Liz Evans a minute ago catch on fire and start sweating like crazy, right? And you realize, no, you're lucky. You're the lucky one. I was the lucky one for 20 years to be around Travis. I was the lucky one. And I would have thought he was the lucky one, but I was the lucky one. And I'm good with that because I figured that out. You know, it don't matter when you figure out something, as long as you finally do. But your traumas will go away with your spiritual gifts. And so you just ask God for those spiritual gifts and you're going to get them and you're going to feel better. Let me just look here. Uh, and you gotta quit putting a value on joy. You know, joy may cost you $100. Joy could cost you $100,000. Doesn't matter. Do not put a value on your joy. You know why? Because joy is priceless. It is totally priceless. And where many times I'll scream at Michelle or something, I'll think, "Oh my God, you're an idiot! What you doing? You God, quit running in circles and doing these things for. You got 200,000 family members. You're doing
Oh,
everything.
out of my way.
And you're doing everything for me, and you're doing everything for Dean, and you're doing everything for everybody. Just chill out. You're tired. You're tired. Rest your feet." And but you're such a beautiful human, Michelle,
Thank you.
and I realize that you go be above and beyond everything. Judy, you do too. Dean, you're an idiot like that too. And I find myself doing things where it makes no damn sense whatsoever. But yet I feel compelled to do it. Well, I couldn't figure out why I was like that. I couldn't figure out those things. And I figured it out. Guys, when you do all this dumb stuff that makes no damn sense whatsoever, and you're doing all this stuff for everybody else, and you're letting yourself lag behind, Suzanne Walscott, there you are. I see you on the screen now. Hey, buddy, hey, there you are, my friend. I love you. And so, and you're doing all these things for everybody in your family, your world, whoever you meet every day at the grocery store. Realize the reason you do it is because of your sense of joy. You get joy when you bring other people joy. Center of the street, guys. That's the center of the street. And that's the power. That's this amazing power you have. And so you could be a smart person, a tough person, a rich person, whatever. And it doesn't matter about all that. It matters that you bring somebody a sense of joy. And you guys get together on that with each other in oneness, and you're going to bring a bunch of joy, and you're going to have a bunch of joy. You're going to find that. And guess what? You'll lose your traumas. Your traumas will evaporate like they were never there. And you're going to get back all these higher selves that you lost out in the cosmos. Come to spiritual retreats. You're going to go higher than you've ever been. And especially this one coming up. And so, June 4th, join me here in beautiful North Carolina. The garden's looking pretty out back. I'm so excited. And so, but it's like, join me here in North Carolina. We're going to have the time of our life. Call Michelle, 702-822-0548, 702-822-0548, GarySpivey.com, 800-827-GARY. And I get excited every time I talk to you guys. And I've done several private readings with you guys lately, some of you, and I'm really happy because I can usually get you right on track really fast these days, and I'm really happy that I can do that, and I realize now it's important. And so sometimes I think I do stuff and I don't think it's important as maybe it ends up being. But this sense of joy, if I can bring that to you, hey, I'm motivated these days. I just want to bring you the sense of joy and the energy of joy, and let it go. You guys spread it around, and that's who we are. That's who we are. And you just want to say on the end of that, thank you, God, thank you, God, thank you, God, and thank you, God, some more. And you're going to find that your world will start to work in such an amazing way. And you guys that have family members on the other side, you're going to find that they're going to show up in a very close in way to help you out as well. And so that's pretty exciting. I see all that going on. Um, Let me just look and see what my angels are telling me to do. I've got all these notes and things. I don't usually write this many notes. Tonight was a complicated show for me. Joy to the world. Joy to the world. That song, Joy to the World. Hey, Judy, you got that on your phone? Or not? I don't know if you do. Do you have that handy? Where we're in a concert? Is Judy there? Where'd she go?
I don't know. Did you?
Uh,
Let me see.
Mute.
Oh, here she is.
No,
I was
she's
like,
ignoring us.
where is
Ah,
Judy?
I couldn't unmute. I was stuck.
you were stuck. Mm. See, you
Stuck.
can see that. So anyway, so
Doesn't Three Dog Night sing that?
yeah, Three Dog Night. And so, but Judy and I are at a Three Dog Night concert in Myrtle Beach, and um, a few weeks ago, and there's this energy that song has. It's a silly song, and for you younger people, Google it because you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And so, but what a performance! What a night! What a show! And so, but and I really didn't even know why I cared so much about this until God and Travis explained to me this beautiful energy of joy. And so, you know, remember, Dean, you and I were kind of bored with Hollywood and bored with
Cute belly
everybody.
looks like this.
Yep.
Remember that?
Yep.
And Travis shows up on the scene. Suddenly, he got us excited again.
Oh, he brought all the excitement back.
It really did, because for him, it was a joyful thing. He had such a great sense of joy, you know, and so Michelle has that same crazy thing,
She does.
except she just keeps on doing it and on doing it. Travis will get crippled with addiction, of alcohol, but and so Michelle, you have to sort of rest a little bit every now and then. That's all.
Right though, you're right.
Yeah, yeah. You got that song? You got that thing?
I'm trying to pull it up here. I'm trying to
Yeah.
pull up the video from when we were at the concert. And
Oh, that's all right. We'll dig around, see if you can find it. But anyway, but I realized that that's the reason I like that. That's my favorite old group, you know. And so if I go to the trouble to go to a concert, right? It's like there's got to be something I was getting, and I could feel it when I was getting it, but I didn't know what it was when I was even listening to them perform live. And so, and
they,
then
yeah, they were magical. They're like 80 plus, and they can
and these guys, yeah, they're 80 years old, and they sing and act like they're 20. Okay, I
Yeah.
want to be that. I want to be that. And guys, you can do that. I've seen that happen. I mean, if you saw those, the eulogy piece we put together for Travis earlier, does he look 42?
No.
No.
Right?
He had the gift of youth.
Yeah. How does that happen? And well, I think it's the light. I won't tell you that Dean is like, 68 years old. Um, well, he's not. I'm joking. And so, and I won't tell you Michelle's 140. You know, but if you knew their real ages, you guys would freak,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, yeah. We don't get old. It's like that. And you don't get old either, Judy. You don't get old. It's like, what is that?
Let's do.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Someday.
No, no, but we don't. I don't think so. I don't think we get old. I don't.
It's the
And
filter
so
on my camera.
You still
what
look
is
the
it?
same, Gary.
Is
I
that
said-
crazy? How can that possibly be? You know, there. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Oh, you
just
got it.
helping out.
Oh, yeah. How does that work? How does that work? You know, how, you know. I was like, oh, can you hear it? Oh, you can hear it. Oh, maybe you can't. Anyway, that's all right. Anyway, this is this magical moment. You'll notice your feet get warm even when you see the
You can't
image.
hear it, you know,
Yeah, but anyway, they're singing "Joy to the World" right there, and so even I've got crazy things. Throw me that guitar over there that says "Joy to the World" on this. Is a signed guitar by those guys, and but I've always had this. Oh, I heard a little bit of it. Yeah.
Oh no, that was me looking for it. I didn't know it was going to start playing when I pulled it up.
Oh, anyway, so here we are.
The
Oh,
signed guitar by
there-
Three Dog.
yeah, there's my certificate of authenticity, right? Anyway, there's a signed guitar, and anyway, where are we there? Does it
It's
say
Joy
it?
to the World. Yeah, on the bottom.
Oh, it does. Okay, good. There. Joy to the world. And so anyway, um, and I didn't plan for that. That was a gift somebody gave me. And my friends, the Padillas gave me that just for a birthday or something. But anyway, but there's like but I really got the hints all the way through, but I never understood the sense of joy and the gift of joy, I think, sadly enough, until I asked God for the gift to get over the traumatizing experience I had last in the last few days. I'm like, God, I don't think I can do a show. I don't think I can talk to people. I don't think I can talk about what's occurred. And so, and because we did everything we could do always with trying to keep Travis alive, and he finally got fixed and then just died in his sleep. And he wasn't drunk. He just died. So sometimes, when you're an addict, you wear your bodies out and stuff, and it's rough on you. And then things wear out and then you die, or maybe it was just God's way. And that's what I think it was. I think that's the lesson. So, but anyway, as you get rid of your traumas, as you get these gifts, that's how you get rid of traumas. So, whatever trauma you've had in your life, you guys just ask God for the gift to get rid of those traumas. So, Judy, ask God for this golden earth. I see it coming into you, sort of. You got to let it go into you. There we go. All right, now it clicked in. See, you got warm all the way to your feet. Feel it there? And so for you guys, ask God for this golden earth. It's a big ball of gold light, and it just goes right into your body. There we go. Good. Now ask
Thank
God.
you.
Yeah, now ask God for the Travis joy. Ask God for the Travis joy. And so Judy, say it out loud. Just say, God, give me the Travis joy.
God, please give me the Travis joy. God, please give me the Travis joy.
I saw him and Boovers and the little dog. There it goes. That went into you. See, now you feel sort of silly happy and for no reason, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Oh,
and so, but these energies will bring you back these missing parts. And then you're going to just start to learn lessons. And when you get your missing parts back, you'll start to learn lessons. And at the retreat coming up June 4th, you guys make sure, call Michelle 702-822 zero, what is it? 702 822
0548.
0548. Sorry.
You're right.
Oh, yeah. And or GarySpivey.com. Book into the retreat. You guys are going to have the time of your life. If you cannot come in person, make sure you show up virtually. And you guys are going to get crazy, crazy gifts that will really help you. And this will help you also. The biggest thing is to get rid of these traumas. And so I can show you then how to go through all the procedure. It's sort of a procedural step by step by step. And I can show you how to get your higher selves back that you're missing. And so that's going to be crazy. Who feels like they're missing higher selves? Who feels like in this lifetime they've just missed a big old chunk of something? Who feels like they're missing chunks? All right. Oh, Michelle, you do.
I
Oh,
do.
you do?
Well,
Oh,
I don't want
damn.
to take the spotlight from anybody though, but yes, I do.
Okay. All right. Well, here, let me go to Betty first, and I'm going to come back to
Okay.
you. Okay.
Hey,
All
Betty.
right.
Yes, go to Betty.
Yeah. Hey,
Sure.
Betty. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And
Hi,
so,
beautiful. Go
uh,
ahead,
and
Betty.
so, first of all, I'm
Hi,
Betty.
Gary.
I want you to ask for this gift called Travis Joy.
God, may I please have the spiritual gift of the Travis joy, please?
There it goes. And there it goes. And there it
Thank you,
goes.
God. Thank
And then
you.
and then I see, and this was a gift. I got these gifts because I was dying. I was absolutely dying and beat to death, and traumatized literally to hell and
I'm
back. And
sorry, Gary.
no, thank you, honey. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I love
But anyway,
you.
but as I went through this crazy, crazy thing, um, I also got the gift of Travis. Uh, at the same time, God gave me the gift of Travis heart.
Oh,
So
I
give,
need,
so ask
yeah.
for the gift of Travis heart.
God, may I please have the spiritual gift of the Travis heart, please?
Ah, you felt it all the way up into your throat. See
Yeah.
that? And so your throat got warm, your body got warm, your feet are on fire, and
Yeah.
you feel your hands light. Now you want to ask for your big giant God self.
God, may I please have the spiritual gift of my big God self?
Okay. And so I see this big giant God self going into you.
Thank you, God.
And now notice how you can breathe.
Yeah.
See?
Yes.
And now you feel like you're getting back to you again.
Yeah.
Okay, now you are so bright. You're so bright and you're so lit up that I can
Mm-hmm.
see, look where I'm looking. I can see
Okay.
out in the cosmos, and I'm just going to go ahead and do it for you, but because I can if I have you for a retreat, which I will,
Yeah.
you're coming to the retreat, and so I'm clearing away this whole line and this big blob of higher selves that are captured out in the cosmos by demons. And so this is blocking who you are. And so there we go. And I
Thank you
just
so
now
much.
I got back maybe 450 plus demons. I mean, excuse
Oh
me,
my.
higher cells
Oh,
that are
okay.
demons. I had to kill 450 demons to get back 450
Yeah.
higher cells.
400.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but I had to
Thank
do
you so much.
I had to do several things in my head at one time. And there we go. And there we go. And there we go. And there we go. Now there. How calm do you
Thank
feel? How
you.
calm do you feel?
Yeah, much better, much calmer.
And see, people are getting beat to death. Betty, you're not by yourself.
Oh,
I mean,
baby.
everybody's getting beat to death,
I
including me.
swear. I
You know,
feel
I'm
like it.
and
I
so
feel like
this
I'm all by myself sometimes.
you're not. And see, that's the trick. See, demons trick us, and then they'll make you make decisions and do dumb stuff
Yeah.
to make you create by yourself, whatever that is. And so
Yeah.
so you got to not believe. You got to get your junk out of the way, and you simply drop your drama, drop your junk, do whatever.
Yeah.
And ask for gifts. And so that's how you do it. But I just now cleared away and I got back these 450 plus higher selves. How quiet's your head?
Yeah, very quiet. Thank you, Gary.
And see, that's all you need. But if you've got 450 demons whispering in your ear, you got a noisy head.
I
And
do.
and so now you don't. Now your feet are catching on fire, huh?
Yeah.
All
Gary,
right.
I'm constantly, clearing and asking, and oh man, it's just been a really rough road for me, and I feel for Travis.
Yeah.
I kind of know. I kind of know what he went through. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand he was an addict, but man, it's so hard being here.
Well, it's really, really hard when people are wanting to be okay. They try to find
Hmm.
comfort. They try to find comfort in could be medications, could be alcohol, could be weed,
Yeah.
could be anything.
Yeah.
Could be food, uh, and so whatever it is, right? And so
Yeah.
when people find this thing that they think has fixed them, it's really you're looking for the gifts to fix you, not for the whatever is here in this dimension, and so that's what that is. When I look at you, oh, there we go. Look at you go.
Yeah.
Remember that,
That,
Betty? I took that photo.
Yes, that was
That was
beautiful.
fun.
that's a great picture.
I was
Oh
at
my
the
That
God,
retreat,
was
Gary, at your
beautiful.
house.
all you guys could be hookers. Look at that. What do you think?
That was last year. That
Yeah.
was last year.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And so, but you have to realize that your light is important, and
Mm-hmm.
you have to realize you're worthy. So
Thank
just realize
you.
that, and come and see me. Be here at the retreat. I'm gonna fix you. You're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
baby. Am
Love
I
you.
am I gonna get through this?
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
Yeah, you will.
Push through. Remember the gift we
Yeah.
got last week?
Yes, honey,
Oh.
trust me. I ask for that golden ram constantly,
It works.
constantly.
It works.
Yeah.
I, I can't remember who reminded me, but I was like in the middle of my week last week, after I went through that whole thing, and I was like, I am beat to death, and so and I can't remember if it was Ruben or Dean, but they said, why don't you get the gift of the golden ram to help you push through, and I did it right. And then I was able to push through and get to the next day. And so,
Beautiful.
yeah. And
Gary,
so
think of me often,
I
please.
do every day. Of course I do. I
I
really
love
do.
you.
Love
I
you back.
love you.
Big kiss. Big kiss.
Mwah.
See you
I'll see
there,
you soon.
Betty. Hang in there,
Yeah, I'll
okay?
see
We
you
love
soon.
you.
That was a great picture. That was a wonderful picture.
I took that
Uh,
photo. I
that
remember.
was re- That's amazing you had that. Wow, that's so cool.
I got
That's
a
cool.
lot of photos. Gary, you know me.
I
Anybody
do.
that's around me, I'll snap a shot of them. I have probably pictures of every single person I've ever ran into.
You do. You do. You're amazing. Let me speak to Anthony. Can I speak to Anthony?
Yeah,
Anthony, what's
Anthony.
going on with you? I want to talk to you. You know, you have this crazy light. You have this crazy light, and every spiritual gift that I saw coming down went to you.
Hi,
And so,
Anthony. Where are you calling from?
Tennessee.
Ah,
hey,
that's where my sister's from. I'm my sister and her
Very
brother-in-law.
nice.
no,
Cool.
what part of Tennessee?
Columbia.
Oh, okay. And so, well, I just see that you're this crazy, really gifted, lit up person that and you respond to light. You've got this way about you. Whoever knows you's lucky. So uh, I feel great about you. So when could you feel the gifts as they came down? Could you feel that going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, definitely about Travis.
Oh,
When you guys were talking about him, I definitely like now.
nice. Nice. I think that's an important gift. I think that's an important gift to feel that sense of joy. And so, what older people do you take care of? What older people? I see you have some gift with older people. Is that grandparents or parents or who am I seeing? That's really like,
My
you know,
parents.
okay.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
It
Um,
seems
I take care of them for sure. I mean, and they take care of me, and um, just going through the process of um, instilling consciousness into their life, light. Um, at their own pace. I mean, when they invite it subconsciously, I'm not forcing anything. Um, I've heard the best thing to do is just to be and
well, I'm seeing this really makes a difference. I'm seeing you're making a difference in their world. And you don't even know it and you're saving their lives.
yes, I mean, you were talking about that's what you do, right? That's what
Try.
I feel like. I kind of resonate. I resonated with that, and I was like, But I'm not. The thing is, I'm not trying to.
No,
I
it's
think
just
that I'm
you.
just being.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just.
you're like Michelle. Something's wrong with you, and so the only thing you're trying to do is to create joy, and
That's
and so to be around you is a joyful thing. So I mean, when I looked at you and I saw you and I saw these different lights coming into you really fast, and the gifts, I sense your joy, and you bring in this beautiful joy. So realize that that's the biggest gift, I think. I know a lot about spiritual gifts, and I think, and then thank you God I have a lot of them. But when I look at you, you have a beautiful, strong gift of joy, and so and anyway, I see. I think you're super special. You're super 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 gifted. Oh, what is that one? What is that?
This is a. Do you know what a lingam is?
I
A
don't.
lingam.
I don't. Please tell me.
It's a Hindu thing. It's an ellipsoid, so it's supposed to be the shape, the perfect shape that holds the most cosmic energy, or something like that. And this is called the Dhyana Linga, which has all the chakras at their highest points.
Well, you know what? I don't know anything about it, but I'm certainly glad to get to know it. And so there we are. Let me look at it. Oh wow, I got a high from it. My feet got super hot. Okay. Nice. Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, it's in the background for me.
And so you have there you go. So you have a tremendous interest in things of light, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been looking up a lot of like channelings, and I've just thought, okay, how did God create? First was the words, it was a vibration, and then after that was light. You can call it like photons, and I've just been looking up like, okay, maybe my crown chakra is the sun, and then you can call the nothingness is the chakras up here, and
Well,
I
see,
guess.
if you
Mhm.
well, here's like if you resonate with that, you should learn how to become buddies with Bog, the sun god, which hangs out with me all the time, and he's pretty amazing. And so he taught me all the secrets of the suns and how to use those gifts. And so it seems like you resonate. See, when I said that, I saw you go shiny. Your face went shiny. That means you got all this light. And so I think you really are connected in with Bog. And Bog is the sun god of love and abundance. And so to be buddies with him is lucky. And so you'll find you'll end up really abundant. You'll find out you'll be in love. And so which is what else is there? That sounds good. And so, but
Yeah.
you got this amazing light. God keeps on telling me, I hear it loud in my ear. If you get a chance, come to the retreat we got coming up, and that will change your life. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, I think it'll really help you. And I will. They keep on keep it. I hear this in my ears, and they're screaming at me. Come to the retreat for free, my guest. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. And so, because you will make that much of a difference in other people's life when you come to
Yeah.
the retreat. Sometimes people are these beautiful vessels of joy. And for you guys that want to come to the retreat, 702-822-0548, 702-822-0548. And see, to be this beautiful vessel of joy is the super, super like rare thing. Like that's the reason I joke with Michelle and say something's wrong with you, you know. But you have the same energy that Michelle has. And it's this sense of this joy thing to bring it in. So call Michelle and she'll hook you up. Okay. And so, but
Yeah,
you're
text me
you're
your info.
yeah, you're amazing. And you're only in Tennessee. You can get there. You can get here from there. That ain't far. And but anyway, lots of love and light to you, buddy. That's good. That's really good.
Oh, that's
Could
cool.
you feel his light? I got high. I could
Absolutely.
feel.
I even saw it earlier.
You
I already,
did?
yeah.
A lot of times we'll pick out the same folks. Let me speak to
Yep.
Stephen. Let me speak to Stephen Koppel. How are you,
Yeah.
buddy?
Oh my God, I
Yeah.
love him. I get
Yeah,
to
me
see.
too. Hey, buddy.
You got on, Michelle?
Oh, unmute. There we are.
Yeah, here, let me spotlight him. There you go. We love you, Steven.
Oh,
There I am.
there
Hi,
you go.
everybody.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
I'm well under the circumstances, and certainly to feel all of what is going on in your world, and certainly toward Travis. And um, it's a heavy day, but it's a good day. And earlier in watching you, I was outside because the sky was so illuminated. I just felt the need as though I'd been called to step outside and watch you and just have the blue of the sky showing behind me because it wasn't about me. It was just feeling that energy. And it's like I said, I felt like I was called to be out there while I was talking to
Mm.
you. And so here we are. And
Hey, thank you.
of
Thank you.
course,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
I can always feel your light, Stephen, and thank you so much for being you. And of course, you're Angela's best friend, and Angela and Matt were just here. And
I know,
there's
boy.
and their son Frankie. We had a ball. We went to a concert, with her
Yeah.
famous rock
Oh, I
star
know.
son.
I know.
Oh, she
You
told you.
party animals, you. Absolutely.
It was
Had a gr-
fun.
Yes, it looked it. The photos looked terrific.
Yeah, and Judy was there. She threw her bra again. What kind of hell? What the hell can we do?
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, no. We had a good
Nice.
time. I just want to say hi. That's all. I just
Thank you
wanted to,
very much.
hear
Hi to
hear your.
you.
I want to hear your voice.
Thank you very much for
Yeah,
everything, all
yeah.
the time.
You coming to the retreat? Can you
Yes,
come?
sir. I'll be
Yeah,
All right.
there.
All
I'm
right.
Get ready,
making
Perfect.
sure of
everybody.
it.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. We look forward to seeing you guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you
And
very much.
I
Love
just
you,
wanted to say
Steven.
I love you. I wanted to make sure you got these gifts that were really important.
Oh, I've
Travis,
taken him in. Absolutely.
Joy, big golden ball. You got everything. You're looking good.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
All
Brought them
right.
in.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks,
Love and
buddy.
light to all of you.
Thank you.
Love and light to
Thank
you.
you.
We love
Yes.
you. See you
Thank
soon.
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
look how red his ear is. See, his ear look his ear gets red when his angels are talking to him. That's funny.
And he's another joyful guy, by the
I
way.
know.
He's just full of joy and love. Everyone, oh, you
Oh,
guys have to love him.
totally.
Thank
Totally,
you.
totally. Get
Thank
happy. Let's get happy talking to you. Thank you, buddy.
you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take care. Thank you.
Oh, yes, me too.
Uh,
You can't help but love him.
right? Isn't that
Yeah.
crazy? You can just feel it. You can just really, really feel it. I appreciate you guys. I do love all of you guys. I really, really do. And I appreciate you being here. Thank you for holding our hand. Thank you for holding my hand. Uh, Dean, Michelle, all of us. I mean, Judy. This has been a rough week, and so rough few days, and so uh, I can see Travis in heaven, and for those of you that can see spiritually, he's doing this and throwing a kiss, and so realize that heaven is getting closer and closer, and heaven is getting more connected and more connected. And I'm seeing things that are absolutely mind blowing of the way the connection is. And sometimes people that do pass that you love or that you have loved and they're on the other side realize that they are now there and they're bringing light to you. The light goes up when you meditate and pray to heaven, and the light comes down as well. That's what infinity energy does. That's what it does. And so this light that goes up to heaven comes down. And many times that happens through these beautiful people and these beautiful lights and beautiful souls that have loved us here where we live on earth. And then they go to the light, they go to God and to the heavens. And when they do, they bring light back down to us. And so I've never felt more blessed. Um, and I was amazed to see this whole process. I don't have all of it yet. I just got part of it. But as I get it, I'll tell you guys what I see. And if you get some stuff, tell me what you see. But it's amazing. There's earth, there's Zion heaven, and the connection's getting stronger and stronger with every being of light and every one of these little joyful folks that something wrong with them, like a Travis or Michelle, and so or Anthony, and so you guys are these freaks that bring this joy, and so does Judy. You guys, thank you, Michelle. Margaret Anderson, thank you so much. Suzanne Walscott, thank you for being my friends. Appreciate you. You and Mark. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you, Jody Downhill. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Santina. Appreciate you guys. I got your message. Thank you, Christina. Liz, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate you
Gary.
guys.
You know,
Yeah.
you brought out the light in all of us, and you brought out the light in Travis in so many different ways. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, I don't think we knew what we were doing when we were doing it. And Judy, you helped me many times, And so, and he would drive you crazy every time his dog would poop on your carpet. I mean, you would just, you were a good sport. Take your dog out. What is wrong with you? You know, but I mean, you looked after him. You took care of him. We all looked after him. We took care of him, and then he took care of us in a way. And and
Mama J. So I
uh,
guess that'll be here forever.
yeah, and he brought us joy. So thank you, Travis, and thank you guys, and thank you, God. God's got a hand in all this, and a perfect one He has. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Let us know your plan, and we'll help you pull it off. Thank you, God.
Are you gonna play it? Oh, they were gonna play this song for you, Gary.
Oh,
They were gonna play it. I don't know if they will.
what is it?
Thank you,
Your
Gary.
joy to the world.
Oh, you got it. Okay. That's amazing. Wow. Wow.
Honey, I'm here.
That was great. That was where Judy threw her bra right there. That's crazy. But you know what's
Lately, I
yeah,
don't have any bras left.
I'm serious. You got to buy some more bras. But anyway, but with that, keep in mind that amazing performance was at the end of a show, and these guys are in their 80s, right? So, what is this that you can be 84 years old and performing and still singing like that? How does that work out? And they're doing gig after gig and night after night. I'm best buddies with their bus driver. I bought a car from him weirdly, and and so they travel. I mean, because the bus driver is my buddy, and so he'll tell me where they are and what they're up to, and so uh how are you 84 years old and doing shows like that and still performing and still can sing like that? Well, how can you stay young? I don't know. You'd have to be able to ask Michelle, Dean, myself, Judy, all of us guys, you know, uh, we just do. We just do. And you guys do too. And so just keep that light in you. But the biggest thing is embrace joy. And if you get a chance today, tonight, tomorrow to bring a little bit of joy, even though it's a pain in the ass to do sometimes, and it seems like trouble, bring some joy to somebody and you'll find that this is going to work out good for you. I love you guys. I got to go. Thank you. Come to the retreat. Call us up 702-822-0548. Join the Enlightenment Club. You guys are going to have a ball. And I appreciate you guys for just being you. Thank you for seeing us through our hard times as well. We're human just like you are. And we have bad days and we have traumas, but we get through them. And hopefully tonight we've got you some spiritual gifts that'll help you get through your traumas.